13 Places Women Want to Be Touched, Where and How to Touch a Woman. Greetings, my incredible friends. Join me as we explore the realm of physical touch and delve into the 13 areas that ignite excitement in women. In this discussion, we will uncover the secrets of thrilling a woman through strategic and appropriate touches. Touch is an enchanting and beautiful aspect of human connection, and it plays a significant role in the joy and exhilaration of falling and being in love. As a respectable and honorable gentleman in search of a loyal and captivating partner, it is crucial for you to understand the art of touching a woman with utmost sensitivity. We aim to steer clear of any perceptions of creepiness while ensuring that attraction has room to flourish. So, without further ado, let us embark on this journey together and explore the 13 places that women truly desire to be touched. 1. Her hands. The initial area that ignites a woman's desire for touch is her hands. It is important to note that if you are not in a relationship yet, holding her hand should be reserved for a later stage. However, there are still ways to engage in subtle hand contact. For instance, when handing her something, you can allow your hands to lightly brush against each other. This gentle touch has the power to evoke a sense of excitement and fluttering butterflies within her, prompting thoughts like, "Oh, he touched me." The impact of this gesture is so significant that she might feel compelled to share the experience with her friends and celebrate it for days. It's a genuine and impactful moment. Therefore, if the opportunity arises for your hands to touch in a subtle manner, seize the chance to create a memorable connection. 2. Her upper arm. The next area that holds intrigue for a woman's desire to be touched is her upper arm. Numerous occasions present themselves as perfect opportunities to engage in a gentle touch on her upper arm. For instance, when displaying understanding or playfully nudging her, you can create a subtle connection by touching her upper arm. This particular region carries an endearing quality without being perceived as threatening. It serves as an adorable starting point when aiming to breach the no-touch barrier and capture her romantic attention. By tactfully exploring this area, you can initiate a connection that piques her interest and lays the foundation for further exploration. 3. Her back. The subsequent area that holds appeal for a woman's longing to be touched is her back. However, it's essential to navigate this region with care, being mindful of where and how you touch her. Going too high may convey a sense of being relegated to the ultimate friend zone, which is not the desired outcome. On the other hand, touching too low would be perceived as creepy, and it's best to avoid that entirely. To strike the right balance, a reliable guideline is to focus on touching around her shoulder blade or slightly lower. This approach tends to evoke a comforting sensation when a man places his arm or hand on a woman's back. Whether you're guiding her or leaning in to engage in conversation, such gestures can awaken butterflies within her. They create an impression of protection and care, which is undeniably endearing. Personally, this tip holds a special place in my heart as it possesses remarkable power in forging a connection. 4. Sit close enough that you're touching each other. This next suggestion doesn't involve a specific area to touch her, instead, it's a valuable tip. The tip is to sit close to her. However, it's important to note that if you're not in a relationship, refrain from putting your arm around her as it's more appropriate for when you're in a committed partnership. It's crucial to avoid coming across as creepy. Instead, focus on sitting next to her and allowing some incidental touch to occur naturally. Even though she may not openly acknowledge it, she will undoubtedly take notice. This act is undeniably attractive and can spark thoughts in her mind like, "Oh, he's sitting next to me. Perhaps he's interested in me." So, don't hesitate to sit in close proximity to each other, creating opportunities for gentle touches to happen in a comfortable and non-intrusive manner. 5. Hug her. It's important to emphasize that hugging is something she genuinely desires. Whether you're in a relationship or not, there's an undeniable sweetness to a heartfelt embrace. Hugs have a scientifically proven ability to make people feel good, and it's a universal desire to be held close. Therefore, don't hesitate to embrace her and utilize the power of a warm and sincere hug. It's a gesture that fosters closeness, demonstrates interest, and can be employed as a means of creating a connection, even outside of a romantic relationship. 6. Offer her your arm. Allow me to share my next tip on how to touch her and create a thrilling experience, offering her your arm. In modern times, this gesture may be less common, but it holds a certain charm that should not be overlooked. This is particularly true if she's wearing high heels or if the terrain is challenging to navigate. Extending your arm to her is not only attractive, but it also conveys a sense of protectiveness. It showcases your masculinity, confidence, and strength. Moreover, she gets to feel your arm, which can be an additional pleasant aspect. However, it's important not to dwell on that aspect and instead focus on the charming act of offering your arm. Here's an important point to remember: being a gentleman is always romantic, especially since it's become less commonplace in today's world. By embodying this quality, you become an exception, standing out from the crowd. Gentlemanly behavior is highly attractive to women, and it's the kind of man they desire to love. Therefore, the simple act of offering your arm can be truly endearing and captivating. 7. Her hair. Now, let's delve into how and where to touch her when you're in a relationship, specifically when you're dating and not yet married. The initial area to touch is her hair, which can elicit an endearing response. Engaging with her hair, whether by playfully running your fingers through it, gently brushing it, or tucking it behind her ear, has an adorable effect. It makes her feel feminine and beautiful, and it signifies your appreciation for her hair. Of course, it's important not to go overboard and to observe her reaction. Some women may be sensitive about their hair, especially if they invested effort in styling it for your date. Nevertheless, overall, it's an incredibly charming way to establish physical contact with her. 8. Her face. A woman desires you to explore her face as the next area of touch. It's natural to do so while sharing a kiss, gently placing your hand on her cheek, which is incredibly endearing. These delicate caresses on her face have an enchanting effect and undeniably excite her. 9. Her waist. One area you can touch a woman is her waist. For instance, if you're standing beside her, placing your hand on her waist can create a comforting connection. While hugging her, wrapping your arms around her waist is another option. Even during a passionate kiss, placing your hands on her waist can be quite endearing. This gesture holds great significance for her, making her feel intimately connected to you. Moreover, it helps enhance her sense of femininity while perceiving you as more masculine. By evoking her feminine side, you strengthen the perception of your own masculinity in her eyes. 10. Put your arm around her. Another action you can take is to embrace her by putting your arm around her. While I previously mentioned not going too high when placing your hand on her back, putting your arm around her is an exception to that guideline. It is perfectly acceptable to rest your arm on her shoulders or upper back in this scenario. This gesture creates a sense of protection and warmth, resembling a comforting hug. It is undeniably endearing and heartwarming. 11. Her knee. In a romantic relationship, another area a woman desires you to touch is her knee. Imagine you're sitting side by side, and you gently rest your hand on her knee, specifically on her kneecap. This simple act is incredibly cute and serves as a reminder of your presence, creating an endearing connection between you two. It's fascinating how such seemingly simple gestures hold such charm. Never underestimate the influence of touch in elevating attraction to new heights. 12. Her neck. The next area a woman desires to be touched is her neck. It's important to note that gripping her neck is inappropriate and unsettling. However, there are delightful ways to touch her neck that evoke a sense of femininity and enhance her attraction towards you. For instance, gently brushing her hair away and momentarily resting your hand on her neck can be quite endearing. Alternatively, while engaging in a kiss or an intimate moment, exploring her neck with tender touches can be incredibly alluring. These gestures not only make her feel feminine but also intensify her attraction towards you. 13. Her mouth. The next area to touch a woman may seem obvious, but let me explain. It's her mouth. Naturally, kissing her is an obvious choice, especially if you're in a relationship. However, the interaction doesn't have to be limited to kissing alone. We've all witnessed those movie scenes where she takes a bite of food or a cupcake, and a little bit ends up on her mouth. In those moments, he gently brushes or cleans her mouth off. It may seem cliché, as it's depicted in countless movies, but it holds significance for a reason. This adorable gesture serves as a way to break the touch barrier, fostering a sense of closeness and amplifying her attraction towards you. If you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on the notification bell, so you don't miss any new facts. Let us know your thoughts about this video in the comments section down below, and feel free to stay and enjoy it until the end. Also make sure to check out our next highlighted video, and if the video hits 100 likes I'll bring part 2 with 5 more countries on this topic. Take care and see you later. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.